Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everyone. Here are 10 signs that he is into you. I'm going to start off with a simple and obvious one. He initiates seeing you more often than not. Meaning, anything from 6 out of 10 times, if he initiates seeing you, then that means that he is into you. Some of the times a guy might not want to say, I want to see you then, I want to see you now. That doesn't mean that he's not thinking about you or he doesn't want to be around you, but you know how they like to play these games, like, maybe I don't want to overdo it, ray-tay-tay, but you will know because you will see that he's initiating that more often than not. And that is a great sign that he's into you. Number 2, he's interested in what you say and do. Now, I wasn't trying to make that rhyme, but it just so happened that it does rhyme, okay? When a guy shows interest in what you do, it speaks volumes and it says he is interested in you as a person. What you say is very important as well. You can know when a guy is interested in what you say by his response. Is he actively listening? Is he asking questions in the middle of it? Even though sometimes that can be irritating, ladies, I do know. But it's important for you to know that he's actively listening. That doesn't mean that he keeps tabs on you. It might be a case of he's like, where you going tonight? What you doing? It shows that he cares and that he is interested in you. Tip number 3 into knowing when a guy is into you is that he would rather spend time with you rather than go out. I mean, that's an obvious one, but sometimes we can overlook the obvious things. If a guy decided to cancel a night out with his friends to be with you, he is into you. That is something that you need to like be, what, me, over a night out with the lad. That is special, that is important. Not a lot of guys will put off going out with their friends for a girl. So when he does that, take notes and know that he is into you. Number 4, and it's a major one, the way he looks at you. That is a big giveaway. The way a guy looks at you is so important. Just simply looking at you can tell so much if a guy is really into you. You will know the guy that you're dealing with. Some guys are different, but when a guy look at you a certain type of way, you know he's into me. And if you can't tell if a guy's into you from the way that he's looking at you, then he's not into you. I'm sorry, but he's just not. Tip number 5 into knowing when a guy is really into you is that he values and asks for your opinion. He seeks your opinion in almost everything that he does. Now, ladies, it doesn't mean that he's gonna be yes, I agree with everything that you say, but the fact that he seeks your opinion and he values them. Now, valuing somebody's opinion doesn't mean that he has to say yes to them. It's the fact that he asks and he listens and he tried to challenge them or he tried to accommodate them or whatever. That is an important and valuable way into finding out if a guy's really into you. Big shout out to all my subscribers and my supporters, but I would kindly ask that if you're not subscribed to this channel, please do click that red word and make it gray. Subscribe to the channel, share, comment, like, turn your notifications on because I have some more juicy tips coming for you guys. When a guy asks you, what do you think? Listen to the way that he responds to your answer to that question and you will be well on your way to finding out if he's that into you. Number six. And I know a lot of people can identify with this, especially if you've been in relationships where you can just tell that somebody is into you. When you are mad, he's mad. When you're sad, he's mad. When you're sad, he's sad. It doesn't mean that he goes all crazy or whatever, but he wants to know. Because if you are unhappy, and especially if he doesn't know, he's going to feel some type of way. He's going to want to, get to the bottom of it. What's the problem? What's going on? And if you're dating a guy and he's not that way, when it comes on to your settledness, your sadness, your unhappiness, then I'm afraid you're in some kind of trouble, because if you being unbothered, unsettled, unhappy doesn't bother him and make him feel similar way, then that means he's not that into you. Fact. Number 7 is actions reflects his words. When a guy is interested in a woman, he will prioritize her. He will say, I'm going to do this, and he will do it. Now, we all know life is life and sometimes things happen. Even with ourselves, we might plan that, today I'm going to comb my hair, I'm going to do my hair, and you didn't do it. That doesn't mean that you don't care about yourself or you don't want to be around yourself. We all know that life happens. But ladies, you know exactly what I mean. When a guy says yes, and then his action says no, it speaks volume. Listen to it. Do not ignore it. Do not avoid it. Rejection is God's protection. So when a guy is into you, his words will reflect his actions more often than not. 80% of the time, at least. If not that, then there's some trouble ahead. Number 8, another way into telling if a guy is into you is that he opens up emotionally about things that are affecting him. Not just, about you and him, like, oh, I love you, I feel this way about you, etc. We all know that not a lot of guys can express themselves, and I would say take this one with a pinch of salt, because sometimes you do have to teach a guy that this is how you express yourself, or I do want you to express yourself, because sometimes they could be misled that girls just want a bad boys who don't know how to express themselves and all this kind of fandangles. So you have to know the kind of guy that you're dealing with. But in all, when a guy opens up to a woman emotionally, he's definitely into her, because guess what? That's something that he didn't have to do. A lot of these guys would rather talk to their friends and talk to their female counterpart, you know, and for him to do that speaks volumes. Number 9, and I know that a lot of people struggle with this because they're like, ooh, and I'll tell you what it is. Number 9 is that he's always available. Even if it's not physically, mentally, emotionally, via text, whatever way you can still reach your man, this tells you that he is really into you. Sometimes, yes, life happens and you won't get through to them on this day, or it shouldn't be a whole day that you don't get through to your man, because then, hey, that's a red flag that there's trouble ahead. And I have lots more videos coming up about these red flags in relationships. If you guys want to know about that, drop me a comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know that you want those type of videos from me. Now, when you message a guy and he takes ages to get back to you, and he's not on the job, he's not in the military and that, you should be suspicious. When he gets back to you, okay, and he's always available, like something happens and you know if I text John, I don't know who John is, I'm just saying, okay, if I text John, I know John's gonna reply. I know John is here for me. If I call John and say I feel a certain type of way, John will reach here. Not that John doesn't have a life, but John understands that your needs is important, and he's always available for you, even emotionally, mentally, somebody to talk to. That's a guy that is definitely into you. And number 10, if you don't take any tip from this whole video, I would say this is the one that you really need to listen to you. You can tell when a guy's into you when your gut says. Your gut is important, okay? When you know that he's into you, don't let anybody tell you any different. He's into you. Life is not perfect. Things happen, okay? Don't let, because he done this and you didn't like it and then you tell your friend and now your friend is like, that blum blum. That doesn't mean he's not into you. If your gut is saying that he's into you, trust and believe that he is into you. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and drop down below any other videos that you'd like me to do for you guys. I'm here for the suggestions. Please do subscribe.